We are back with another one, my good people, and we still on that New York City Trump verdict fallout. It's a lot of stuff going on right now, I could tell you that, and we staying on top of the stories. It's a lot of truckers that's boycotting New York. It's a lot of investors that stopped doing business in New York. It's a lot of business folks that's not going to open up business in New York just because of the verdict that happened to Trump. Because they saying there's no victim at all. And the state could just come up with whatever they choose, decide, and do whatever they want to do to a human. You know what I'm saying? Which is not right. So they figure all the business transaction they used to do in New York, they going to cut that out. All the truckers, most of the truckers, maybe 5 to 10 to 15% truckers, they gonna stop going to New York, and that alone could have a big effect on New York. But I ain't gonna rumble too much. But if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss a content. Yes, sir. And for the rest of everybody and your new subscribers, go ahead and hit that like button for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Show your boy some love and share this video so everybody could know what's going on. And I want y'all to watch this.
Well, some of President Trump's supporters are pushing back against what they see as an unfair justice system, threatening a boycott that could have a major impact on the country's largest city. Some truck drivers say they're planning on refusing shipments to and from New York City in protest of that $355 million verdict against the former president in his business fraud trial. Dre Clark is live in Manhattan with the latest. Dre, what could this boycott do to prices, not just in New York, but for all of us across the country?
Well, certainly if truck drivers were to boycott New York City, the impact has the potential to be very damaging and very quickly. We're talking about supermarkets, big box stores, and other businesses that rely heavily on trucking. They would feel the pinch, and so would their customers. About 90% of communities here in New York City rely heavily on trucking to move their goods. This morning, we're on the Jersey side of the George Washington Bridge, and every day you can see hundreds, if not thousands of trucks crossing the bridge from Jersey into the city. Meanwhile, one man is now telling truck drivers not to come to New York City after former President Trump was hit with that massive multi-million-dollar fine last week. Take a listen.
I've been on the radio talking to drivers for about the last hour 15 minutes, and I'm talking to at least 10 drivers going the other way. I'm heading down from South Wisconsin, and they're going to start refusing loads in New York City starting on Monday.
Yeah, the man calls himself Chicago Ray, and as of last night, his post on X, formerly Twitter, had garnered more than 6 million views and 60,000 likes. Former President Trump also caught wind of what Chicago Ray is doing and reposted Ray's video on his platform, Truth Social. But it's hard to ascertain exactly how many drivers are answering his call and what kind of impact it may have. It's not an organized effort, and the drivers expressing support for Chicago Ray, they're scattered all across the country. We did reach out to the Teamsters Union, the union representing many truck drivers, but did not get a response. We also contacted and tried to call at least the National Supermarket Association, which is based here in New York City, but did not get a response. Meanwhile, Chicago Ray says he and other truckers are irate over Judge Arthur Engoron's fining former President Trump more than $355 million for fraud. Ray, like the former...
That's the judge right there, everybody. Y'all need to take a good look at him. That's the judge. I think Donald Trump said everything this man do get overturned. He get the most overturned in a judge in the history of judging. So everything he do, he never right. I'm wondering why he's still a judge, but he was planted by the Democrats. So that's why whatever once is some type of politician, some type of political judgment, he gonna judge on the Democrat side. So that's why, because Trump had his own witness there. All the people them that Trump did business with, all the banks, the corporate business, the investors, everybody was happy. The banks that they was in court telling the judge, we good, and wasn't nothing fraudulent. We did good business. But the judge still decided to say, nope, business wasn't good. We still gonna find Trump. I guess it is what it is. He just don't like the man.
president believes it's a form of election interference. Meanwhile, we talked to one driver who says she's joining the movement to boycott New York City, and she says if things go as planned, the city could pay a big price.
Facts.
It could shut New York City down.
Facts.
And, I don't want to hurt the people of New York. That's not what I'm trying to do. But my part in it, if New York just loses 10%, just 10% of the trucks that go in there,
It's a problem.
their prices are going to skyrocket on everything from milk to eggs to any type of goods that the consumer needs.
Facts.
And when that happens, it's going to cost everybody more money.
Facts.
Yeah, but not every truck driver is getting behind.
Yes, sir. So that's facts, folks. That's definitely facts. You know what I'm saying? 10%, she said, only 10% alone can affect New York dramatically. Because there's a lot of truck drivers out there. You know what I'm saying? The ones that work for companies and stuff, they don't have no choice. Them the ones that still gonna go in there. But you have millions of truck drivers that they own their own trucks. They gonna stand for what they believe in and stand up and said, we not going there, cause if you could do it to the former president, imagine what you could do to anybody. You can't just handpick who you want to do it to. You know what I'm saying? I already know the Democrats. They don't like Trump at all. They do not like Trump at all. Trump, he fight the feds. You know what I'm saying? The feds be raiding him. He fight the media. He fighting the Congress. He fighting the Senate. He fighting everybody. I'm shocked. The population, most of regular people is against him. I don't know why. When one man is fighting the establishment, that means he's fighting for us. Remember, this man is already a billionaire. He's rich already. He doesn't have to do this, folks. And he could team up with them and just go against us. But he choose not to. He fighting everybody. Once you fighting the media, it's on, baby. Because them the one that fabricates all the news and could make you look like a rapist, a killer, or whatever they want you to look. You know what I'm saying? Just like how they make you look like you down with Russia or some ish like that. You feel me? Or when you was running for president, they came out with a whole bunch of females telling us that you touched them. Where all them females at? You know what I'm saying? They could do anything they want to do. So if you not strong as an individual, like Trump, he one of the strongest individual. That man is built out of iron, steel. The amount of people the Democrats send away. But you could tell Trump, you could tell they don't have anything at all on them. Because none of these crimes that they be hitting them with, they not sustainable to send them to prison or anything. It's a bunch of baloney crimes. Crimes you never heard of before. Crimes they never charged nobody ever with in the last 50 to 70 years. These are just stuff they make up and go against someone when they don't like that person. Yes, sir. And y'all got to remember, Trump is not a politician. So when you have the politician on both sides going against this individual, the people them should get behind him and realize, yo, this man is probably fighting for us. Because why would the establishment on both sides fighting against him don't want to see him win? What is it that he's doing that they don't like? And when he was in power, he did everything that he said he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to decrease tax, which he did. He said he was going to build a wall, which he did. Everything that this man claimed that he was going to do when he was running for president, he did that and way more. So, as far as I could see, this man is for us. He did more for black people than any other president in the history of presidential. He funds all the black universities money for years to come. Not even Obama did that. That's something Obama should have did for us. Obama ain't never did nothing for us. This man did the prison reform where if you're not a violent criminal, you get to come home. That's another thing Obama should have did for us that he never did. Ain't nothing that I could say that Obama do for us. Nothing. And I'm a black man, and I'm here telling you about this white man that everybody, but you got to remember, the TV is the one that programmed all these people to go against Donald Trump. Because before Donald Trump was running for president, everybody loves him. The same media loves him, all the rappers, everybody. He had his show, The Apprentice. Everybody wanted to be on that show. All the rappers was rapping about him, saying good things about him. But soon as he run for president on the Republican side, if he had run for president on the Democrat side, none of this would have happened. If he didn't run for president at all, none of this would have happened. There wouldn't have been no charges. Wouldn't have nobody looking into nothing. So all of this that they doing is political. All of this is political. These are the same people that he used to donate money to. The same people. Donald Trump is a registered Democrat. The only reason he went on the Republican side is because that establishment would have not let him beat Hillary to be the head runner to go against the Republican. Because they don't fight fair over there. They would have tipped the scale in Hillary's favor. So what he did, he went to the Republican side, because the Republican, they don't do stuff like that. And beats everybody over there, came face Hillary and whip her. They know they wasn't going to beat him. So they came up with all types of bullish. That's how the mail-in ballot came into effect. Come to think about it, you don't know where this virus came from. They probably in on it. Because it was the only way. So mail-in ballot, everybody stay home. That's why they was preaching that heavy. It was a plan. Preach, knock it in everybody's head. Stay home. Don't go nowhere. No school, nothing. So when election time, that procedure is already in place. Stay home. Mail in your ballots. So with mail-in ballots, remember, now you don't have to check no IDs. Anybody could mail in a ballot. One people could mail in 100 different ballots with all different names on it and different addresses. They not going to check anything. They just counting the ballots and see who you voted for. Remember, this is the most votes ever happened in the history of voting. This much people never showed up. At least should I say, this much ballot never showed up in the history of voting before, ever. Where all this ballot came from. The election night, Donald Trump already won. And all of a sudden, they start pulling ballots out from everywhere, saying, oh wait, we got more ballots to count. That's when the cheating gets into effect and they just start to do their cheating stuff. And now, more voters showed up that in the history, imagine Biden getting more votes than any other president in the history of voting. Obama never had this much black and Hispanic vote. And he black. First black president running. He already set the history of black people and Hispanic people coming out and voting for a black person. Sleepy Joe broke that. Can you believe that? How? Huh? How? Donald Trump set record in voting 2020. I mean in 2016. and then came in 2020 and set a better record. And Joe Biden beat that. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me to, as somebody that have sense, common sense, to say Joe Biden honestly beat Donald Trump in that 2020 election. Even that situation that happened what was that, Washington, with the incident where they ran in and all the Democrat created that incident, and they try to blame that on Trump as well. I watched the police then move the barrier cage so all those people could run into the building. You have police out there protecting all that. And when they see the people out there coming, they move the barrier cage so the people them could go in there. It was everything. All of this is a setup and a plan. But you cannot fool people that got sense, that got common sense. You cannot, no matter what y'all do. Only the people them that just turn on their television and let the program them. Them the only people that you could fool. The people them that don't want to work, that's dependent on Section 8 to stay home because they don't want to achieve nothing in life. Them the people you could fool. And people, families that's into politics, that's only on one side. Them the only people you could fool. But real honest, hard-working people with common sense, you cannot fool those people now. Even a lot of black people coming to the table now and realize it was all fake. But that's all I got to say, man. So if you like what I'm saying, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all share the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Monarch Smart TV. Nowadays, you have to be smart. Peace and love. And we up out of here.